Welcome, my name is Anthony King, and this is the third part in our behind the scenes commentary series on my Michael Jackson DVDs, and today we're going to go behind the scenes on Anthony King's Don't Stop. So this was the last Michael Jackson DVD that I did. A few years ago I was endorsed by Michael Jackson and we created some dance classes with lots of Michael Jackson moves and lots of videos. So today we're going to take a look at some clips and I'm going to give you some of my thoughts and a little bit of behind the scenes of the process and how we did it. So Anthony King's Don't Stop Dance DVD, DVD 3, is the third part of the series. It is actually available to download on my website, so go to anthony-king.com and feel free to have some fun and download it and learn some of the moves. But for today, let's jump in and let's see how we made it.
Okay, here we are. Commentary. Anthony King's Don't Stop Dance DVD, which is the third DVD of the series to finish off my Michael Jackson dance DVD lessons. And with this DVD, I wanted to add some of the moves that we didn't do in the previous DVDs, but some of the moves that people would ask about. So for example, robotics, this move that we're doing right now, some of the walks from, for example, You Rock My World, some of those kicks, some of the things which, if you bought all three of the DVDs, you'd really have a full vocabulary across Michael Jackson's style of dance. So with this one particularly, we had a little bit of locking and popping. So let me tell you what happened. After I released our first DVD, Thriller Dance Workout, Michael Jackson's choreographer of Bad and Smooth Criminal got in touch. He was his assistant. His name's Jeffrey Daniel. And he was one of the first people in the world to perform the moonwalk, it was the backslide, before Michael Jackson. And he went on to co-choreograph Bad and co-choreograph Smooth Criminal. And he got in touch with me and he was so kind and supportive. So Michael Jackson had just endorsed my dance classes and, you know, it was becoming a big thing. And quite a lot of celebrities and people got in touch and I was working with a lot of people. But he was one of Michael's creative team who was almost like an older brother. He sent me, what did he say? He said, "Anthony, when I grow up, I want to be like you." And it was so funny because I was a lot younger than him. And I asked him, "Can we use that on the promotion?" And he said, "Yes." He goes, "Oh, do it, of course." And when we met, we just hugged. And I have to say, in the whole Michael Jackson world, Jeffrey Daniel is the most humble, kindest person that I met out of all of them. He really was, and thank you to him. And it was an honor to be able to teach some of the moves that he brought into the world of Michael Jackson in this DVD. And I taught the robotics after, if you remember when Michael leaned, I taught the robotics move after that move. And I also taught some other shuffles. So previously we did a James Brown style shuffle. This time we did a kind of shuffle. Michael did these moves quite a lot in Jam, and he did moves in Black or White. So it was really fun to be able to teach that. And I know that once you've got through the Billie Jean style moves and the moonwalks and the spins, obviously you want to improve and increase your vocabulary. So this was the chance to widen the vocabulary. So we did one main dance class workout routine, which I really packed it out with the, fun Jackson kicks and just moves that you could almost do in any Michael Jackson song. Although I really wanted to put the You Rock My World walk, which was one of Michael's last standout moves that he added to his vocabulary in 2001's You Rock My World. So I really wanted to put that in. And for example, this move here, jamming across, it's a move that Michael Jackson did in Jam a lot. And it's so small. It's just a little boom, 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 boom. And if you remember Smooth Criminal, for example, in the Dangerous Tour, Bucharest, we see him. So it's just simple. But what it is, it's if you repeat the repetition, then it really does come easy. And so that's what I'm teaching in this Don't Stop Dance Workout DVD. And I quite like the red as well. Not sure about the hat. Okay, what have we got here? Okay, it's move 2 Okay, so now I'm teaching the move across to trigger the left heel. So after Michael endorsed my dance classes, it was a wild, wild journey. And just before we made these DVDs, I had a wild year when we had a lot of media, and it was an honor. I had the privilege to perform all over the world, to teach so many people from over the world and so many countries. I'm sure I taught well over 100,000 people across Europe and across the world. I really feel that I even managed to teach royalty, as crazy as that sounds.
It's going to activate this foot going out. So Tom, check out the foot, okay? This is going to go bam, straight out.
And look at my shoes. Those shoes were brand new at the beginning of the shoot. And you can see I've destroyed them almost just within a few hours. I remember actually going to buy these with my friend in Selfridges the day before. I'm like, what shall I go? And he goes, Anthony, why don't you try a different style this time? Let's go and get something new. So we went to Selfridges and he kitted me out with all this gear. So yeah, this was my last dance DVD. Thank you to all the dancers and everyone involved from the beginning. It really was high energy and a privilege, and I want to just thank everybody who's watched these DVDs. I know that many thousands of people across the world have, and I really appreciate it. And I know that it's given a lot of people a lot of joy, and I'm so thankful that I was able to break down these moves for you. So thank you very much. And I hope you used it as a platform to just enjoy yourself, enjoy life, and to dance. So what have we got here? So we've just got some clips. Let's see. The static shuffle. Okay. So this was a dance move in, for example, black or white. It's a very natural. And these kind of moves scare people, but believe me, you don't have to be scared about these little, what they're called kind of gimmicks. Because once you get the basics, they really come, and it's really easy to do. And it's a move which you can almost do in so many different styles of dance while listening to so many different styles of music. You can almost do this in a club, and it's going to look great to almost any style of music. So that's really good about most of these moves, especially with the side slide. So yes, keep back straight, raising up.
But what you're going to do is this, front of the right feet.
And I just literally taught the moves as if I'm teaching to an individual or a group. I didn't plan any of these lessons. I just taught them as I usually teach them in my dance classes. Which was really fun because when the camera rolled, I didn't have anything prepared, so it was just live. So that was quite exciting. Okay, so the production credits. Rolf Clement, great. And the dancers. So thank you everyone for following along. So these 3 DVDs, they are available on my website, anthony-king.com. They're available as a download though, as a download rather than the DVD, because we're in the future now. We don't do DVDs anymore. So yeah, have a download and I think you'll enjoy them and have a lot of fun. I really do. So see you soon. Thank you so much for joining me for this series. And I hope it was interesting to have a little bit of an insight to how these DVDs were made, and a lot of the things that we didn't talk about, which was the production, the covers, the photography, the artwork, the promotion, the launches. We had a great launch in the CC Club in Leicester Square, which was brilliant. We did a signing as well. That was quite an event. But, you know, what a story and a great part of my life. Thank you, and see you soon.